So I got into an argument with a woman on Twitter, which arguing on Twitter, never do. It's not worth the energy. She kept referring to trans women as men in dresses, and I didn't really take too kindly to that. As a result, I posted this on my Instagram story. You can pause to read. Basically, if your support of women is just support of cis women, then we're not on the same side. But then I got a bunch of messages like this one. There were several women saying, hey, don't call us cis. That's something that trans people made up. I'm just a woman, etc. So let's talk about it. The term cis was not made up by trans people. Cis is Latin, just like trans is Latin. Trans means on the other side of. That's what it means in Latin. Like transatlantic. Cis means on the same side of, or on this side of. Like cisatlantic. When the sex you are born as does not match the gender you identify as, we call that trans. When the sex you are born as does match the gender you identify as, we call that cis. That is what it's called. Just because you don't respect the word doesn't make it less relevant. It's an adjective, just like brunette or tall, etc. If you were to say society is trying to make you call yourself a brunette, you would sound ridiculous. You don't have to refer to yourself as that. That's just what you are. That is the word for people with brown hair. If you were to say, hey, don't call me a brunette woman, I'm just a woman, then I would say, okay, I won't call you a brunette woman. But if I'm referring to the women with brown hair, I'm going to say brunette because that's what the word for that is. If I'm making a statement and I'm talking about just the women who were born female, I'm going to use cis. That's the word for it. Like if I just said woman, that would include trans women. I understand that adding the word cis makes it feel like you're no longer the default. Because for the longest time we had women and then we had trans women, right? But the reality is you're no longer the default. There's just women. You're a woman, they're a woman, you're both women. Some women are cis, some women are trans, both are women. You have to be able to accept that people who are not like you exist. And their existence doesn't mean you exist less. This isn't a zero-sum game. It's not like there's a finite amount of womanhood, and if more people start being women, then there's less woman for you to be. Being inclusive is not going to hurt you. Men, this goes for you too, but I've already made a video talking about men and cis as well, so this goes for you guys too. I hope this makes sense. I'll see you guys in the next video.